Hey guys, what's going on? It's Darvin here, and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be talking about the 2-day ban that I got the other day, which was for AHK, which apparently I was botting with AHK. The script I was using, I will put in the description, and it was pretty much the simplest AHK that you could possibly use, where it was literally just a drop down. I had 3 different drop downs, only 2 of them I actually used for lavas, which was, it was a drop down right here, and it was a drop down to here, and then there was also a 3rd drop down, which was right here. So, and that's all I used. I didn't do anything else with that. I pretty much just used that drop down, and I manually left and right clicked with my mouse. And I'm not sure if that's what got me banned, because I'm still pretty confident that that is undetectable. I don't know. Like, I checked my pixel lengths even like compared to mouse keys, even the amount of pixels that I was dropping down were the exact same as mouse keys. So I'm not sure if that got me banned, because I don't even know if he could even tell if I was using AHK. But I'm at the point now where it's like I can't be taking any risks, right? So here I am using mouse keys. But anyway, what I think got me banned was about a month ago. I was doing some dart fletching on my main, and it was all 1-to-1 AHK, of course. I've never used anything besides that, where I had 8 keys in total, and I would have like 4 for each hand. I'm sure you guys have done it before if you've ever done darts, where you press 4 keys with each hand and you can basically fucking fletch. And I'm guessing that's what I got a 2-day ban for, which, you know, it is what it is. I'm not gonna sit here and say I shouldn't have been banned, but what I am gonna sit here and say is that we need to do something about this bullshit AHK rule. The rule in general is just ridiculous, in my opinion. Because here's the deal. I've been playing this game on this account at least, I've been playing this game for, I don't know, over 2 years now. And in general, I've been playing RuneScape for roughly like 9-10 years or something like that. And the only offense I've ever caught on my account has been this one right here. Like, I've never had another offense on my account ever. I've never, you know, been a scammer. I've never been RWTer. I've never been, what else could you fucking do? I've never been, you know, some people that harasses people or asks them for personal information. Nothing like that. I've never botted or anything like that. Never done that before. But all of a sudden, after using the same AHK script, where it's just a simple drop down, I've been using this script for 2 years now, roughly. Maybe a bit longer, I'm not sure. But I've been using this script for a very long time. So all of a sudden, after, you know, 2 years of this, I all of a sudden catch this 2-day ban, which I don't mind the ban in general. I really have no issue with not being able to play for 2 days. But the thing I have an issue with is that if I were to do this again, I will get permanently banned on my main account. And I just think that's a bit ridiculous, because it's such a simple thing. I think it's a pretty wide consensus in the high-level community that, you know, basic AHK is fine, nobody cares. Even, like, there's people that use a little bit more than basic AHK, like 1-to-3, 1-to-2. Even I don't have a problem with it. I mean, some people might, but I really don't care. And then you have fletching, which fletching has always been done with darts through AHK. If you ever manually fletched darts, you were thought of as an idiot. And if you ever did magic lombos, you were thought of as an idiot. And what else? Like, that's really it. I mean, like, there's some other fletching methods you could do, but like, nothing is comparable to AHK darts. So luckily I already have 182 mil fletching on my main. So that's good, at least, because that would put me at a pretty big disadvantage if I couldn't do darts for the remainder of my XP. Well, by couldn't do darts, I mean I can't spam AHK with darts. But luckily, I'm not too concerned about that because I've already done most of my fletching, so I don't have to really do that again. But just in general, I think it's a bit ridiculous that after all these years of playing, I catch this one tiny infraction, which, in my opinion, I still think I did nothing wrong. But I did break the rules, so it is what it is. I still stand by the fact I did nothing wrong, but I did break the rules, so there you go. But if I do it again, I get permanently banned. And I think that's a bit ridiculous. I really do think that's a bit outrageous because I've gone so many years with just, I've been playing the game, having fun. Like this offense wasn't out of, it wasn't an intention of doing any wrong. It was just me having fun playing RuneScape, runecrafting lava runes. Like, what's wrong with that? And, I've invested on my main account alone. I have over, I forget how many I have exactly, but I know I have over 10,000 hours played. So it's kind of crazy to me that these JMods are so reckless in the fact that a very minor infraction like this one, they're willing to put me halfway to the perm ban mark where it's like 10,000 hours are on the line. It's a bit outrageous, and I don't think it's fair at all. And one of the reasons I think I got caught, well, this is like what most people think is what happened to me, was that the other day, the day before I got banned, I tweeted out, not going to stop using AHK. That's what I tweeted. It didn't receive any publicity or anything. It was just a casual tweet, me being stupid. Nothing too interesting about it. I didn't think anything of it, just a funny tweet. I saw like another one or two other people tweet it out too. But anyway, so I tweeted that out, and the next day I get banned, and a lot of people, including me, are thinking it's just because I tweeted. And I think that's also ridiculous because it should not be about whether I tweet if I'm doing it or not. It should be completely about what I'm doing in game. It shouldn't be what I say I'm doing, because I was being honest. I was using AHK, and so are a ton of other people. I actually did a Twitter poll. Let me see if I can find it real quick here. I did a Twitter poll the other day asking other people if they use AHK or if they use mouse keys. Here it is. So I did a Twitter poll here, and it says that it has 250 votes, and it's been up for 23 hours now, so almost the full 24 hours for Twitter. And 12% of people that voted use Windows mouse keys. 12%. That's very, very small. And there's a good reason for that. It's because Windows mouse keys suck. But I'll get more into that later on. And then we have 53% of people that voted use AHK. 53%, so that's over half. How many of them do you think have been banned for it? I guarantee you less than 1% of those people have been banned for AHK. And I guarantee you that my script for AHK was simpler than theirs. But then again, we're going back to the whole, I don't know what I got banned for, if it was just my simple drop down, which I kind of doubt, or it could have been the fletching. But the lack of communication between the JMods and the players leads me to believe that I have no idea what I got banned for. So now I have to be paranoid for the remaining 13,000 hours I have on this game, So, and then we also have 35% voted neither, which I feel like a good portion of the people that voted neither were just memeing. Because like majority of the people that voted were in the HLC, so I don't know, maybe a good chunk of them don't use neither, or don't use either of them, but I feel like a lot were just joking around. Anyway, so I think it's a bit ridiculous, guys. I broke the rules, I understand, but I really don't think my ban meter should be put at halfway, because there was recently another person in the HLC named Horderland. He has auto-clicked in the past, and he got perm banned last time for auto-clicking. In this case, he did it again, except I think somebody said he was like holding down his AHK to just spam click, which is the same exact thing as auto-clicking, by the way. There's no difference. So he was auto-clicking again, and he got a 21-day ban, and his ban meter was put at halfway. So I don't like it. Like he has a 21-day ban. I have a 2-day ban. But after those, after that expires, we are left treated the exact same way. Like I am being treated like I auto clicked. Like if I do it one more time, I'm permanently banned. And same with him. If he auto clicks again or even abuses AHK, he'll be banned. You know. And I think that's a bit crazy how we are even in the same, building in terms of punishment. Like it just doesn't make any sense at all. And there's a lot of other instances that I've seen where people abuse AHK to an extreme extent. It gets a lot of publicity, a lot of reports from people, and it's just ignored and nothing ever happens. And I'm just sitting here, and then I'm being punished, and I've done pretty much nothing. Like I have done less AHK than what majority of the HLC has done for sure, which it's just very strange to me. But I guess now I could get into some of the issues with Windows mouse keys, and I might save this for another video, but I have a resolution as to make them actually usable. Yeah, I'll probably save that for another video. But let me just talk about why I never used Windows mouse keys. Because I use them I use AHK the same exact way as mouse keys, like completely identical. So the reason I never use mouse keys is because they make your entire computer unusable. And what I mean by this is control is always held down when you have mouse keys enabled. And this fucks everything up because this allows you to not be able to type. You cannot type when you have mouse keys enabled at all. So there's a big portion of the enjoyment I have in this game is communicating with my friends and my clanmates. Boom, I just can't type anymore. I have to double click control every time I want to say a single thing in game or out of game. That's a bit crazy to me. And then you got on top of that, it fucks up anything you do outside of RuneScape. Something as simple as clicking on a YouTube link. It will always open that in a new tab, no matter what. You cannot just click on something and have it open in the same tab like you're used to. If you want to scroll on a website, it will zoom out. If you want to scroll up, it will zoom in. You cannot scroll on a website anymore. You have to manually click the scroll bar on the side and drag up and down. I believe it completely disables when you have like a Windows notification that pops up, and you go to click OK on that. It just doesn't work because you have control held down. It won't register you as clicking. You have to disable it and then click OK. Just a lot of stuff like that. I'm trying to think of some other good examples. Oh, you also cannot highlight text at all. If you want to like highlight text in a notepad or something, you cannot highlight anything. You just have to disable it, then highlight. Like I could go on and on about this. Like there are so many issues with Windows mouse keys that makes the game not enjoyable for me. Because once AHK did get banned, I stopped using AHK for about, I want to say 1 to 2 weeks. I used just Windows mouse keys, and I was okay with that. I was doing agility on my main, and I was shopping on my alt, and I was using Windows mouse keys, and I was okay because I'm used to it, right? I was used to it because I always have pretty much done the same thing as mouse keys. Manual left and right click, and just one drop down, just like mouse keys can do. So I was used to that already, but it made the game not enjoyable because I'm sitting here having to like do I have to double click control constantly throughout the day. And if I forget to do that and I go to like type in another browser, it will open so many shortcuts and your computer will just fucking break. It's ridiculous. It just makes the game not enjoyable for me. And I said, you know what? I can do the same exact thing with AHK, and I can actually enjoy the game again because it's not fun using Windows mouse keys, to be honest. But the other night I did find it's not a perfect resolution, but it's a pretty damn good one. I'll probably make another video just showing you guys, what that is. And then, what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, also, with Windows mouse keys, you're only allowed one drop-down distance at a time. So my current drop-down distance goes to here, and then if I want to drop down 2 distances, I have to press this and the diagonal key. So you go like that, and then that'll drop down to 4. So you have to press 2. It's a bit annoying, and it also moves your cursor over to the right, which is just really awkward at first, I'm noticing. But yeah, I mean, that's also very annoying, and that also led to me having to. I have a whole like setup for that I've used for the past, I don't know, I've probably had this keyboard for over a year now, so we'll say about a year. I've used the same setup for over a year in terms of keyboard layout, because I rebind certain F keys to an area of my keyboard. I rebind my AHK drop downs to a certain area of my keyboard. I have left click key bound here. You know, I have all this rebound into the certain area of my keyboard, and because I now have to click 2 keys instead of 1 for mouse keys, I now have to completely rearrange my whole setup, which was very annoying to do, and it was not fun. But I got to get used to that. And I also had to change my mouse DPI as well, because in order for mouse keys to work properly when you drop down 2 distances, you need to have your pointer speed at a certain level. And mine wasn't at that level, so I had to change my pointer speed a bit, which again is just annoying as fuck. Like, it's just all these things I have to, like, I really feel like the JMods don't think through when they fucking do shit like this. Like, I don't care about the 2-day I got. I really don't care. I don't care at all. It's just the fact that I am now 1 offense away from getting permanently banned with 10,000 hours on my account. And that's just a bit ridiculous to me that I want to say I did nothing wrong, because I feel I did nothing wrong, but we'll say I did something wrong, but it was very minor, and I'm being treated like I pretty much botted, you know? I'm actually going to read to you guys what it says in my offense here, because this kind of made me laugh. I could not believe that it actually said this. Let me just disable my mouse keys and log in. Alright, so let's see what it says here. So, I think it's account status. Yep. Okay. See, first of all, the offense in general is referred to bot busting moderate. I'm not a bot. I've been sitting at my computer fucking doing everything. It just bothers me because, like, I would never bot. Like, I would never even consider botting, ever. And then I'm being apparently bot busted on my account. So, and then we go to view the evidence here. Yes, I want to see the evidence. And I'm gonna drag this over so you guys can actually read this. Oh wait, I can't drag tabs when I have Windows mouse keys enabled. 1 second. See if I zoomed in a little bit with mouse keys on accident. Alright, so here we go. Here it is. Your account has been involved in serious rule breaking, it says. Serious rule breaking is what they consider what I did. And I understand that this is all just an automated response and nobody manually wrote this out. But it just behooves me that they would like say that for something so minor. That I haven't been involved in serious rule breaking. Wow, you know. It does, and this offense does expire, by the way, but it's not till next year. So in theory, I could use mouse keys for a year, then go back to AHK in a year from now, but I don't want to fucking wait a year. Like, what the hell is that? But yeah, I mean, that's most of the stuff I wanted to talk about. Oh yes, one more thing. I think this is a pretty important point. And it's that I feel like the JMods are fighting against the HLC in some way, because Automology also received a 2-day ban recently for AHK. And he claims that he was using a simple AHK similar to mine. And I'm assuming it was 3 different keys where you have one do the right click, and then you have one drop down, and one do the left click. That's what most people do. I do it a little bit simpler than that just because I'm used to it. I've done it for so long. But most people use AHK like that, which I think there's no issue at all with. I think that's perfectly fine. And he got a 2-day ban for it. I don't know why he got a ban for that. I completely believe him that he was using nothing else besides that. But I don't know how there's an issue with that at all. But I really do feel like the JMods are like fighting against the fucking most dedicated players to this game. It's like, I love RuneScape. Like, I'll be honest, like, my life revolves around this game. I love this game. You know, I have such a passion for RuneScape. And I really do feel like the JMods are treating me and all other people in the HLC so poorly. You know, they have no idea what they're doing because they don't even play their own game. You know, they don't play their own game. They just make up these rules thinking it's the best thing for the game when they don't even know what the best for the game is because they don't play the game. They're not in the HLC. They don't skill themselves. They don't know, you know, what we do. They just think, oh, AHK, that's used to bot. Let's not allow that. It's just a bit ridiculous, man. And it's the JMod's fault. It's the JMod's fault for being unaware, uneducated on AHK. And I think they act a bit, you know, irrationally because like I said, I don't think I should have received the ban. I think I was used as a, as this, what's the right word I'm looking for here? I'm just being made an example of. It's what I am. Like, I don't think he thought I did anything wrong, but he wants the general community to stop using AHK because AHK is botting. So let's ban this fucking top page player for 2 days and ban this, you know, very popular streamer and YouTuber for 2 days, and then that'll get people to stop using it. It's like, no, that's not what the fucking mentality should be. It's just ban a couple people so that everybody gets worried. Why do you want to make the whole community worried? You know, it's like I feel it's unfair because I have two options in front of me. I can deal with mouse keys for the remaining 13,000 hours I have to play this game, right? That's for 200 millal, of course. But yeah, for the remaining of my lifetime on this game, I can use Windows mouse keys and get used to them and just deal with all the hassles and annoyances that come along with it. Or I can use AHK again. But what happens if I do that? I have to worry every single time I log in this game that could be my last day on my main. I could be banned that day and I could never get another chance. I couldn't appeal it, nothing like that. I've dedicated 10,000 hours to this game and it could all be wiped away just like that, just because I used a replica of Windows mouse keys that allows me to actually make my keyboard functional on the side. I don't feel like the JMods should be working against the players. They should be working with the players. And the whole shift drop thing did not solve that. I think the JMods think that all people used AHK for was dropping things. It's like, no. Every single time I open a bank, I use AHK. Every single time. Whether I'm runecrafting or doing a farm run, I use AHK every time I do it. You know? I'm using AHK just to click on the bank, you know? Like I think they need to do a whole lot better job of communicating with the players, educating themselves on AHK. Because the reality is, the entire HLC as a whole does not think bad on AHK. I think the general consensus in the HLC is that 1-to-1 AHK is completely fine. That's always been the consensus. That's always been that way. But all of a sudden, the JMods have to step in and say, you know what? None of this should be allowed because we cannot do a good job of making a rule that can be enforced. We cannot do a good job of making a rule that can be enforced upon everybody, and we are not capable of making a logical and practical solution to this problem, or this clear problem that has been brought up many times in the past. So let's just ban it, and then let's pick a few people that are, you know, high up in the community and just ban them. Just because we can, and that's what happens, you know. It's like, and they have to deal with for the remainder of their RS career, knowing that if they do what everybody else does, they will be perm banned, and everybody else will get just a temp 2-day ban. And of course, you know, 99% of people that use AHK are never going to receive any kind of consequence, and I don't think they should. I really don't think people should be punished for using AHK. But, you know, so for the remainder of my time on RS, I will have to I'm not going to say I'm at a disadvantage, but I'm going to have to be put through an extra annoyance from now on, while everybody else can use AHK just as normal. You know, nobody else has to deal with mouse keys, just me. Just me. All because I made one stupid tweet. And I think that's fucking lame. I think that's lame, and I think there should be something done about it. And obviously, I'm not talking about just myself. I'm talking about this whole rule as a whole. It needs to be dealt with, and it needs to be clarified, and it needs to be a better solution needs to be brought up on the table here, guys. Because what we have now is just not fair to me, and it's not fair to the community that all these people, like most people use AHK, and they all have to think, oh, I hope I don't get banned. Because it's not a matter of fact of you did it or you didn't. It's not like that. It's like, if you did it, you're going to get banned. It's not like that. It's just random luck if you get fucking caught. Or you make a dumb tweet. Or you stream it and maybe the mod looks at your stream and says, oh, this guy's probably using AHK. Let's ban him. Like, it's just not fair. It's just simply not fair. And I will be uploading a video maybe tomorrow or within the next few days at least, showing my way of kind of getting around all the flaws of Windows mouse keys, which is a huge hassle, by the way. I spent at least an hour last night trying to, me and my friend, trying to fucking, like, fix the, like, just get around all of the annoyances I have to go through now, but yeah, it is what it is, man. Long video. I had a lot to talk about in this one. I've been a bit stressed out about it because it's like I feel like I've been treating unfairly, and I know there's nothing I can do about it. You know, JX can do whatever they want, but I don't think that they should do whatever they want. I think they should work with the community and make a better solution to this quote-unquote problem, which I don't think was a problem to begin with. I think 1-to-1 AHK was fine, and if anybody didn't use 1-to-1 AHK, odds are they would have been banned by the bot detection system. So, oh well. That's all for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my long little rant/ramble here. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, I tried to stop my video and the mouse keys didn't let me stop it. Let me just disable that quick. There we go. Alright, see ya.